Okay, good evening once again. My name is Rose Eya Okoli. I'm a digital business expert. I explore the digital landscape to make money by way of teaching digital skills and exploring opportunities like what I'm about to share with you to make money online. So today we shall be talking about exploring trading opportunities and maximizing profit. And for you to be able to explore the trading opportunities that we have or that exist and also maximize profit, you really have to understand how the financial market works, how, what platforms can you use, and what you need to learn to be able to explore these opportunities and make profit. So getting started with that, the first thing you need to consider is you have to select a reliable exchange. Now, when we talk about selecting a reliable exchange, we are referring to centralized exchanges like the Bybit, like Binance, like OKX, like ConW, and a whole lot of them. We have so many of them springing up, but you have to ensure that you select a reliable one, an exchange that is not a fraud, so that is why we always recommend the reputable ones that have stood the test of time and have been here for a very long time. And then you have to do research. You have to research market trends. You need to research market trends. You need to perform technical analysis. So technical analysis, some of these things may not sound familiar to some of you, but I know why I'm presenting this thing to you. So it will help us buttress our conversation better. So perform technical analysis. When you talk about performing technical analysis, that is where you actually begin to look at price movement in the market, volume of trades, a whole lot of tools that are required to perform technical analysis. So there are people who are specialists in this area. They are technical analysts. It's just their job to do it. But for those of us who try to, scalp the market, we try to learn the basics of it so we can do some of the analysis on our own and go into the market to be able to maximize profit. Then you need to conduct fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis basically has to do with day-to-day happenings that affects the market. Like sometimes you hear that the stock market is down by XYZ% due to maybe a particular news and things like that. Then you have to monitor trade volumes. I mentioned it briefly when I was talking about technical analysis. You have to monitor trade volumes to know the volume of trade of the particular coin or currency you want to trade. Is the volume enough? Is there enough liquidity and all that? So you need to monitor trades, monitor trading volumes to know if the particular coin you want to trade has enough liquidity. Having enough liquidity is safe for you, but if there's not enough liquidity on that particular cryptocurrency or that particular currency pair, they are all digital currencies. Whether you're trading fiat currency or you're trading cryptocurrency, so long as you do not have them in your hand, we consider all of them as being digital currencies. So you need to have enough liquidity of the particular currency you are trading. So that is how you have to monitor trading volumes to be sure it is safe enough for you to go into the market. So set up price alerts, very important. So you set up price alerts so you know the price movement in the market. Then you need to implement risk management. Then, of course, you need to explore different trading strategies. Okay, so these are just a few. The list goes on and on, but these are the basics that you need to understand if you want to begin to explore trading opportunities and maximize profit. You need to put all these things in place. And it's not easy for a whole lot of us to do all this because some of us are novice to this industry, I would say, and we still want to maximize profit. So we're begin to think of other ways that we can get this done. And one of the ways you can get this done without going through all these technical things I just mentioned here is to rely on people, on mentors, on coaches, on platforms that have been successfully doing such a thing. Okay, so that is why some people offer signal services. They allow you join their group, you pay for signal, maybe monthly subscription. So because they're using a particular exchange, they expect you to use that same exchange because they believe it's reliable. So because the exchange is reliable, they've been using it over time. So you sign up on that exchange, and then you have access to their community after you have paid for a subscription fee, and they begin to give you they give you basic education on how you can use the trading signals to trade manually by yourself, okay, without you doing all these technical things I just mentioned. The only thing that applies to you right here is number 1 and number 7, because you are going to learn how to implement risk management for yourself. It's a basic education in crypto trading, or even in forex trading, or trading the financial market, whether you're trading commodities or whatever you are trading, that you need to learn. So once you are given an entry price or a buy price or a sell price of a particular commodity or currency that you want to maximize and make profit, you know how to implement the risk management that is necessary. So it is very important that you get that. So why am I saying this? Now, I know the reason why I decided to do this presentation today is because of people who reached out to me and they were asking a lot of questions, okay? There are so many videos on YouTube that can guide you to learn some of these things, but because you may not even know where to start and what to learn and how to, go about it and all that, that is why I say you need to rely on people who have been doing these things for a while. But one thing you need to understand here is that it's a very risky endeavor, right? You need to just get that at the back of your mind that as much as we say you can maximize profit, you can also lose all your money. You can lose everything, all your investment, you can lose it, even in just a trade, okay? But these days, it doesn't really happen like when we started in the industry or when we joined, the industry. It doesn't happen that way anymore because there's a lot of education going on, that helps you to decide to lose a certain percentage of your money to be able to, you risk a certain percentage to make, profit. Let's say you tell yourself, I can risk 10% to make 20% profit. That means if the market goes bad and it goes down 10%, you lose only 10% and you come out of the market. If the market goes in your direction, then you're going to win by 20% and make profit. So that's talking about risk-reward ratio. I'm not here to teach that right now, but I'm just trying to enlighten you so you understand that as much as we want to make profit, we want to exploit the opportunities, there are also risks involved. Now, this is one side of it, okay? I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about DeFi protocols. Now, this is another way that you can maximize profit, within the industry. What is DeFi protocols? I just have a brief definition here. So DeFi is short for decentralized finance. Okay, so there are a lot of companies, decentralized finance companies that are coming up. They've been, and more are still coming up, and some have come and gone, like that. But it's basically a system that aims to recreate a traditional financial system with decentralized technologies, such as blockchain. What I just explained to us in a while is centralized, okay? This is now decentralized. So unlike traditional finance, which relies on centralized institutions like banks and brokerages, DeFi protocols operate on decentralized networks, allowing for peer-to-peer transactions without intermediaries. On the centralized exchange, where you go to do the traditional trading or the manual trading, even though they have a lot of bot trading on those exchanges nowadays, but on those centralized exchanges, like the name implies, centralized, okay? So it's controlled by somebody, it's controlled by some people, like the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Central Bank of any country and all that. They control, the banking industry like that. It is centralized, all right? They operate on a system where, they have a back end where they can see everything that is going on and all that. But with a decentralized finance, it operates on a blockchain, and the blockchain is designed in such a way that when you do a transaction, from me to you, it goes without any form of approval. because it is already set that way. Okay, it's programmed that way. So if I send you money, it goes to you directly without anybody, actually as an individual actually approving it, even though there are confirmations that come from the whole network of the blockchain. That's for another day. Let's not get into all that. But what I'm trying to say is that this is a decentralized platform, unlike the centralized one that we talked about the first time. So we're going to look at a few key characteristics of DeFi protocols. And the first we're looking at here is, we say, decentralization. So DeFi protocols are decentralized, meaning they are not controlled by any single entity. Instead, they rely on smart contracts and blockchain technology to facilitate transactions and enforce rules transparency. That is the beauty of the DeFi system. Okay, so it is seamless. It operates on smart contract, on blockchain. Then we talk about transparency. Transactions on DeFi platforms are transparent and verifiable on the blockchain. This transparency fosters trust among participants and reduces the risk of fraud or manipulation. Okay, so it's very clear. Then accessibility. DeFi protocols are accessible to anyone with an internet connection and compatible digital wallet. There are no barriers to entry based on location, income, or status, democratizing access to financial service. So this is basically it. Few risks involved. Now, I'm not really going to talk about the benefit because the benefits are enormous. Okay, I just want to talk about the risk so that we understand. If you remember, I also talked about the risk involved, with decentralized exchanges as well. So I want to just let us understand that it comes with a lot of risk also, and this includes like smart contract vulnerability and regulatory uncertainty, market volatility, and all that. It is required that participants should conduct their own due diligence and exercise caution when interacting with DeFi protocols. We've had a lot of DeFi protocols that came and somehow they disappeared. Okay, how and why we cannot explain, because some of us do not understand the tech to that extent to say why it happened. And those are the kind of platforms that we refer to as Ponzi schemes. And I would like to refer to them as not a DeFi platform, but they come in the guise of DeFi platform. All right, and because they understand the tech so well, they could tell you some of these things are operating on the blockchain. It may not be operating on the blockchain, but we do not know. Some of us do not know. So we have been part of platforms and projects and programs like that came in the guise of DeFi, operating on smart contracts and blockchain technology, and we believed them and things like that. So it is very risky. You can see that it is written here clearly that it's very, very vulnerable. It's a vulnerable system, okay? Because if I'm sending money from my exchange, the advantage of the centralized exchanges, when I'm sending money from my exchange to your exchange, or from my wallet to your wallet in a centralized exchange, of course, that has to do with the exchange. Okay, the only thing that will make me to lose my money in the blockchain is if I send something below the required amount that should be spent. Okay, basically that is what, once there's confirmation on the blockchain, you get it. But with the DeFi technology, once it's gone, I mean, it is gone because it's already programmed that way. So when we have platforms present themselves as DeFi platforms or DeFi projects or programs like that, it is very important to do a lot of due diligence before you get on board. So I'm going to talk briefly about a DeFi company that we're trying to explore, or we've been exploring, and following up to begin to maximize profit upon official launch. And I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share that screen now. Okay, now this is my dashboard of one of the companies. I say one of it because, I mean, we're talking about a whole lot of opportunities. This is one opportunity that we want to share with you. So this is called We Are All Satoshi. I may not be able to do enough justice to this. I have someone here who is going to do that. I just want to briefly say something before I hand over to him to continue from here. So We Are All Satoshi. It's called WAS. If you can look at the URL there, it's in WAS Network. So WAS Network is a decentralized, it's a DeFi company, right, that has this platform. So the transaction to a large extent is decentralized. And they have various products. And for now, this product that you're seeing on my screen is the one that personally I have explored. Okay, and personally, I actually just got on board this, and it looks good to me. Okay, like I said, there are a lot of risk involved in some of these projects and platforms, but we take a lot of risk every day, even on the centralized exchange. Like I said to us earlier, when you get on a centralized exchange, even with the trading signal given to you that you have paid a monthly subscription, you could still lose all your money in a manual trade, in a regular trade. You could still lose all your money. So the same way we risk our capital trading to make profit on the centralized exchanges, we also take part of our capital to put on some of the DeFi projects, that comes like that. We didn't really exhaust it today because we're not here to teach you bit by bit on that. I only wanted to expose you to, the type of opportunities that we have. So I'm going to say the reason why I consider this is because this particular DeFi company has a native token, a native coin. And yes, there are native coins, or there are DeFi companies that have come with native coins, and they call them shit coins, some of them, because they really don't have value. But this has value to a large extent. And even though it has not been listed on exchanges yet, once you are able to mine the token, you can swap it for digital dollar, and you can have it and convert it to your fiat currency, whatever be the currency of your country. You can convert it to that particular currency and spend it. So I believe it has value. So for that reason, I want to, let me use the word trust, the platform to an extent while I experience it the more. But I felt like it would be wise to share the opportunity. I may have risk takers like me who may also want to, attempt this while it is still growing. Some may want to wait until it is, full blown, running smoothly and everything is just okay before they get on board. But some of us are risk takers and we decide to start. We know it's a risk. You decide you win or you lose, though we are entering because we want to win. But we also bear in mind that there's a risk associated with this. So you just expect whatever be the outcome, you have to be fine. All right. So having said that, I'm going to allow Sir Paul is here on this call. I'm going to allow him to share his screen. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to allow him to share his screen and tell us more, because he brought me in here. So he understands better how to explain this. Let me not explain from a layman's point of view. Let's have someone who has experienced the platform more and has made some money explain to us and tell us the products that are available with this DeFi company for now. Thank you. So, Sir Paul.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rosea. That was a great presentation. And to be frank with you, the first section, I need to hear more of it. And I thank God the day that we met, because this aspect of it, I know little or nothing in that area. So partnering with you, I think is going to be a very great asset to our groups. So I want to welcome everyone that is here on this call. Thank you for taking out your evening to spend it with us. Let me share my screen now. Okay. All right. So starting from where Rosea stopped, we are talking about We Are All Satoshi. And We Are All Satoshi it's been around since I bought my first coin or my first miner in June of last year. And I think we should really start from there. Okay. This is our dashboard for the miner for BTCC. When you join WAS, the first thing that you do is to buy a miner and start mining BTCC. And this is our dashboard. And let me try to explain a few things on this dashboard. Here is the current price of BTCC, $61.11. If we move down, every hour or every 10 minutes rather, 50 BTCCs are mined. And currently on this account, I have 17 miners. Okay. I have mined 80 BTCC, and based on the current price, the value is 4,928. Okay. So I can actually decide to harvest this mined BTCC, but it will be a loss because for me to harvest it, I would need 8,000. So it makes no sense to spend 8,000 to get back 4,000. I'll be losing 50%. That's why Chavez, who is the CEO of We Are All Satoshi, came up with another product that we're going to talk about called Boomerang, because he knows that BTCC will take time to get to a point where it will become profitable. Not that it's not profitable now, because personally, I sold some of my harvested products, harvested BTCCs to even buy the Boomerang, which we're going to talk about. I just want to go through some of these things here. So when you join WAS, the first thing you are going to do is to buy a miner, and we will guide you. These are the different miners that we have. The Xeon GT1X is $50. Xeon GT10X is 500, and GT100X is 5,000. So you can start with any of these, and it will start mining for you. Okay. Here is our nodes. The nodes is what provides liquidity for the market, or for the coins rather. Okay. And then we also have an internal market. If you want to sell your NFTs or your miners, you can actually sell them here. Okay, there are people who are going to be willing to buy it from you. So these are the NFTs that are for sale right now. Okay. Then B fuel is the energy that you need to harvest. So currently and forever, the price of one B fuel will be 0.125 USDT. This price will never change. Okay. And then you can swap. You can swap your BTCCs for USDT. USDT. Okay. And it will tell you what that price will be if you decide to do that. Okay. So that's a little bit about. Now let's talk about WAS. Okay. So like I said, once you sign up for WAS, you are going to buy a miner. That would be a good starting point, because most of you might have been here because of Boomerang, but we're going to guide you properly. Okay. You have the Boomerang licenses. Okay. The first one is 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, and 10,000. So with the Boomerang, what caught my interest in the Boomerang is, one, you don't need a capital. Once you buy a license, you don't need a capital to do the business. The company is going to give you unlimited flash loan. Unlimited, no questions asked. Okay? And then you can start trading. The second thing is that you can never lose a trade in this business. You can never lose a trade. So let's say, for example, market opportunities. These are the different types of pairs of trades that you can choose from. So when you see a page like this, you now want to look for the highest return. These are the returns: 0.78, 0.77, 0.77, 0.1. So for me, there is nothing attracting here. So I would refresh the page to get other opportunities. It has changed. And then you can find something. I always look for something that is above 1%. Okay, I don't see anything above 1%. So I do again, I refresh the page. I refresh the page. Okay. Okay, I don't know why it's not refreshing. Network, maybe. Okay, all right, just refreshed now. But anyway, to go ahead, you choose any pair that you want to choose. Let's say we choose Wrap Ethereum and USDC. Okay, you now go back to your DAB. Okay, when you go back to your DAB, you now choose these two pairs that you want to choose. And let's assume that it does not make a profit. The system will not allow you to complete the trade. It will tell you not profitable or something like that, but you will not accept the trade. You must take trades, or you will achieve trades that gives you positive profit, or you make a profit. You can never lose a sale. Okay, during the beta testing, every trade that everybody made was all positive. You always make a profit. Okay, I don't know why this thing is taking so much time. Okay, all right. So you see here, you would now select the pair like we talked about. Wrap Ethereum. You choose Wrap Ethereum. You choose the amount you want to trade with, $50, $100, $500. You put it here. You put it here, 100. And then you submit. Okay. Okay, this thing is not. Okay, we're not live on now. So anyway, so maybe that's why it's not taking it. But anyway, you put in the first pair, then you put in the amount you want to trade with. You put the second pair here, and down here, it will give you the tokens that are being swapped. Your profit percentage is stated here. The profit in dollars will be stated here. And if everything is okay, you click confirm. And once you click confirm, you would see the profit here. Total profit will show here. And immediately, the company that gave the loan gets back his money and his interest. Boomerang gets back his fees for the platform, and your profit goes straight to your MetaMask, address. Okay, so while this loads up again. So those are the things that caught my attention. One, once I buy the license, I don't need money for a capital, and I am guaranteed profit on every transaction. Any transaction that will not give me a profit, the system will not accept it. And then finally, every penny that I make goes straight to my wallet, to my MetaMask wallet. I don't need to withdraw anything. So these were the futures that I saw that caught my attention. We have been running a beta test for about 4 months now. Yeah, about 3 or 4 months we've been doing that. And we are just about going into the main launch. So this is the final page that we're in now. Let me see if I can show you my own ceiling. Okay, so what he has refined this to be now is, let's say, for example, you buy a $500 license. You are guaranteed 3 times that amount, which means at the end of your license period, you are guaranteed to make 1,500. Okay, so the now question is, how long will it take you to make the 1,500? Once you get to that limit, you now have to buy another license. So if you look at here, where my cursor is, my profit ceiling is 3,000. So which means I have 2 licenses of 500 each. So once the trade starts, once this becomes 0, then I have to buy another license. And you should be having in your MetaMask wallet $3,000. No ifs or buts about this, because we've already tested it during the beta testing, and every money that we made during that period are sitting in our private MetaMask wallets. So this is basically how the Boomerang works. And like I said, but you must have to enter Boomerang through WAS. And this is the WAS site. You will subscribe into WAS. And it's a binary system. So you would have your left link and your right link. And Rose will be guiding us on what link to use, either the left side or the right side. Okay, just to go further through this menu, this is subscription page. We have different types of miners, $50 miner, 500 miler, 5,000. Okay, this is my own history, right from July, okay, and I've been topping up 100, 100, 150, 50. These are all miners. These are all miners. Then for the MVP, the Boomerang licenses, okay, we have different types of licenses. The first one is 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, and 10,000. So let's say for some people who are bold enough, if you do the 3,000, you are guaranteed to get back 9,000. No ifs or buts. Okay. And so these are the different packages of the Boomerang. License 1, $500 USD. I just got this in March. One again in March. The third one in January. Okay. So these are the different licenses that you can get. I think I've touched on everything. Maybe as questions come along, I will be able to expand a little bit more. So Rose, over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. You have done justice to this, and I'm going to give them opportunity to ask you questions before I talk further. So if you have any question you want to ask Paul, this is the time to do so. Please go ahead and ask your questions. You can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Shalom, greetings.
Yeah, greetings to you too.
Thank you so much for breaking down everything. The only challenge is I was just here to get to I'm not sure if I should say to what is more interesting, the returns of everything. That if a person buys the license of 500, what is in it for the person? It's not the first time I attend the presentation. I actually attended it with the corporate and all that, and I really found it very complicated. And I found it's like I associated it to having to send money to them and all that. So I was hoping that on this one will see how the whole thing works, and then the 500 license, what do we do with the license, and what's in it for one if one buys purchases that license or subscribes for the license. And yeah, let me just stop there. I still have some other things to ask though.
Okay, that's fine. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the license, let's assume you bought a $500 license. You are guaranteed 3 times that amount as your return, 3 times. So which means the 500 will give you 1,500. And when you
do what?
Say it again.
You guaranteed of 3 times when you do what? What is the license do?
When you buy the license for 500, are guaranteed 3 times 500, which is 1,500.
Where is 1,500 from?
Okay, please, can I help answer this question?
Yes.
Okay, so when you buy the license, you are giving flash loans. You're expected to use the flash loan to trade, just like he showed us now. You get currency pairs and you trade. So, but the company is saying that the license will not last forever. So they placed something that is called profit ceiling. That's a threshold. That is why he showed us his own profit ceiling that is $3,000, if you can see where the cursor is pointing, because he has 2 licenses here. So each one is supposed to have a profit ceiling of $1,500. So both of them are showing here because it's owned by one person. So how is it supposed to earn this money that is here? By trading. So the company can as well say that there's no need to put a profit ceiling, or there's no need for you to repurchase a license, but they won't be making money. The way they can make money is so that you can repurchase the license. So they say when you make profit up to $1,500, your license expires, you have to buy another one. So they are not the ones giving you the money. You are trading to make the profit. But they say that your profit with this license cannot exceed 1,500. If I'm trading on Bybit, for instance, I don't have a profit ceiling. If I bring my capital to Bybit to trade crypto, whatever profit I make, I go with it. If I lose, I lose. That is if I'm doing leverage trading. So, but this one, they give you flash loans. Just like if you do leverage trading on Bybit or on any centralized exchange, you use leverage to trade. If you are trading with $1,000 and you are using like 5x, you are borrowing from the exchange. And that money that is being borrowed to you is coming from a liquidity pool. Some people have that money. It's owned by people, some liquidity providers. On the Bybit exchange, if you get there, you will see where you have liquidity pool where you can stake your money. That money you are taking there is being used by people who are doing leverage trading. They borrow it by leverage and they pay back. If it is paid back automatically as soon as they close that trade, and the commission on that money they borrowed goes with it, you don't even notice it. So it's a similar thing that Boomerang is doing. So there are liquidity providers that provide you with trading capital. So you borrow the money from here, and then you choose the currency pairs after you have gone to check the market opportunities like he showed us earlier. So you see the one that you want to trade with. okay, these are the market opportunities. So you pick. So all these things you are seeing, they are percentage of the profit you are likely to get if you go into the trade, because it's a bot that is trading for you. The bot is your own is to select the currency pairs that you want, and then the bot scans the market. If it's going to be a good trade, it will execute the trade. If it's not going to be a good trade, it will be a failed trade. It will not allow you to lose the trade, because the money you're using to trade is not your money. It belongs to some people. So they don't want to lose that money. So they have set the system in such a way that it's not supposed to lose a trade, but it can have a failed trade if the trade is not going to be profitable. So when you pick the currency pair, you now go and initiate the trade, and the bot will take it and execute it. So whatever profit you make from there, the flash loan you took is going back. The platform takes its own profit. The flash loan, of course, is going back with the commission on the flash loan. So you don't even notice it, just like the centralized exchanges. So you now see your profit that you have made from that trade. So that is how you make profit from every trade that you make until your profit is up to 1,500. Then you cannot use that license again. You now have to repurchase a license. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question.
Yes, thank you so much. You answered very well. So now, how long does it take to reach the ×3, the one, let's say with an example of 500? How long will it take if a person trades on daily basis?
It depends on how much time you can give to your trade.
Exactly.
Because for now, you have to initiate the bot manually. So by the time the bot finishes a trade for you and you see your profit, you can check for market opportunities again and go and put your pairs and you trade. So it depends on if you can sit on the system a whole day and you can exhaust the 1,500 profit, it's good for you because your profit goes straight to your MetaMask. So it's not like you're going to start trying to withdraw. As you're making a profit, it's getting to your MetaMask wallet. So how fast or how long depends on the time you can give to your trade. So if you want to use 1 week, you want to use 3 days, you want to use 1 month, it depends on you.
And just to add to that, from experience, it takes about 1 to 5 minutes, even if that long, 1 to 5 minutes to complete a trade. I mean, the first time that we were given free 1,500 just to test the system, I finished mine in 1 hour. 1,500, I finished it in 1 hour. So it depends on you. If you can do it, if you have time to stay on it, you can finish it in 2 or 3 days.
Oh,
and
okay.
the secret of the business is the quicker you finish it, the more money you would make. So if you finish it in 3 days, if you finish the $500 license in 3 days, that means if you multiply in 10 days or 10 times, which will give us a month, that means you can be doing like about 30,000 a month, if my mathematics is right.
Okay. I want to check with you. I love the fact that you spoke about experience, but so far, besides testing it, with your experience, how long did it take? Like now, let's say it's not a test. It is just real time, real money, like you have done that as well. How long did it take, or are you still in the process?
Okay. The test that we did actually gave me real profits back. That's settled. Yes, the 1,500 that I was given to test gave me a return that is sitting in my MetaMask. At this
MetaMask,
present time,
sorry about that. The MetaMask, it's empty. MetaMask, by the way, we're speaking of, is it the MT4, MT5, or just the crypto MetaMask exchange?
the MetaMask wallet. The MetaMask wallet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the profit goes instantly into the MetaMask wallet.
Exactly. Every trade. And you can always go back here. If you're looking at my screen where it says transaction history, you can go here and look at your hash of every trade that you make. Here, it tells you transaction hash, borrowed amount, the pairs that you choose, the profit amount, the profit percentage, the profit status, and the transaction status. So after every trade, you can go back one and look at your transaction.
Okay, all right. But you mentioned that the profit go to the MetaMask instantly.
Yes.
There's nothing such as it's time for withdrawal from the platform.
Absolutely none.
Okay. And then you said it is multiplied by once it has reached ×3, that means the license is over. So that ×3, there is example 5,000. Once it's not 5,500, once it's 1,500, the entire 1,500 is yours and you cannot continue, or there's a portion that the company takes from your 1,500.
The 1,000 belongs to you in total. All together is yours. Now, what
The
I
1,000
advise,
or the 1,500?
1,005.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I advise people is you don't wait to get down to 0. Maybe when you get down to 500, you buy another license to keep on trading. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
You
When
don't
you
have
get
to
to
wait.
how, when you get to,
Say it again.
you say you buy another license when you get to, you don't wait to get to 0. You buy another license when you get to what?
At any point in time before it gets to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 200. When you have a balance of 200, you can buy another license.
Okay. All right. All right. No, interesting.
Okay. And then let me add something else here. Most of us sleep at night, right? So before you go to bed, you can set up your bots to trade for you while you are sleeping. Okay. And then when you wake back in the morning, if you are someone that has a 9 to 5, you can set it up and go to job, come back in the evening and you look at it.
So I heard my lady there saying it does not allow you to lose.
Yes. You can never lose a trade. If you pick a trade that, because again, remember, this is life. So you could have picked a trade now that is showing you a profit, but in the next second, that trade could have gone south, right? If that happens, the system will say, this is not a profitable trade. It will not accept it. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So for a person who does not want to use the bot, as like, if the person who does not want it to be automated, like you are saying, somebody might be going to work or they're going to sleep, they are able to just sit on their dashboard, laptop, and trade throughout the day.
Definitely. Throughout the day, throughout the night, whenever it's more convenient for you.
Do you think it's something that somebody will need support on? Let's say, for an example, during the day, a group of people, a Zoom time where we all trade, or a person can easily do it on their own?
It varies. If a bunch of you, 2, 3, 4, get together and say, okay, let's do this as a group, and everybody knows how to trade, it's going into one MetaMask. So from one MetaMask, you can share your profits as agreed.
Okay. All right. No, I think
No, that's not what she's saying. She's talking
Okay.
about what I was telling you about doing a live trade and other people connecting with you.
A live trade and others connecting with me?
No, what she's saying is, this time, did I get you group trading? Like, I want to trade now, and I tell you I'm trading at 12, and then you bring everybody, we come, we share the Zoom, and then we trade like you're trading at the time I'm trading. Is that what you're asking?
Exactly.
Good.
You know, some of us, you know, me as your student, you know, that one wants to build confidence and moral support, you know, and then for a day or two, a week, I can make an example for building that excitement and together, like, you know, I'm just asking if it's possible or it's advisable. We take one trade together, we celebrate it together.
Sure. Again, now it's
The answer is yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. And like I said to you guys, I'm going to be sharing some tips. I told my upline that I'm going to be doing some live trade on YouTube where my team can join me. Maybe I'll say I want to start trading from 12, and I'll trade between 12 and 2 p.m. or something. So if you have time, you should come and join. So you can join. So we can trade like that. But maybe I pick a currency pair and you like that. We look at the profit together, and then you take your trade. I'm taking my trade at the same time. Like you said, to help you build confidence and also to help you make money, because some people might get lazy about it. But if we say, okay, there's a trade time, this can only happen, when we agree. It's not like it's a compulsory thing to do. So to answer your question, the answer is yes. We can have group trading where we can agree on this particular time to encourage everyone to be able to trade and make money. So that way, we can set up a profit strategy, as in daily profit strategy, to say we want to exhaust this particular $1,500, maybe in 5 days, for instance. And we say, okay, how do we do it? So it's for us to plan the strategy we want to use, know what time we want to come live to trade and things like that. So the answer is yes.
Thank you so much. All right, one last question on this, on the session, can be, here I am excited about this opportunity, and somebody tells me that, but the fact that you are sending money to the platform, can it not be associated with those other platforms that have had us before?
That's a tough question, but this is not my first time that I've been asked that question. And my answer is this. People who have burnt us before have taken out our monies and they have skipped. Now, the loan provider is getting back his money instantly with a profit. Boomerang platform is getting his fees instantly. So I don't see any other incentive for somebody to hijack all this money. Because again, yes, $500 is a lot of money, but that $500, I know they can make it in 1 day or less. Because if you have thousands and thousands of people trading, and every click, you are getting 5% as of the Boomerang, 0.05% on the loan provider, I don't really see an incentive to spoil a business like this. But like I said, since it's not my own personal business, I cannot give it 100% guarantee. But I feel comfortable with the company. Very comfortable.
Please, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Michael.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Please, I want to, is this the $500, is it the least amount or the minimum amount you can use to buy the license?
Yes, it's $500.
Okay. I had wanted to, because I'm writing chats and it was not going. Please, have you traded practically on this by yourself?
Yes, I have.
Did you make gains?
Yes, like I said, during our beta phase,
Yes,
which lasted for about 3 or 4 months, each time that one bought a license, like I bought the first license for $500, they gave me $1,500 free to test the program. And like I said, that first one lasted me a couple of hours. I exhausted it. My profit went straight to my wallet. Because I needed to do something, that made me to buy another license.
Yes.
So that ended up, that's why I'm ending up with 3 licenses now. So yes, I have tested it and it works.
That means presently you are using your profit you've made now to continue buying the license.
Okay, right now, like I said, right now on April the 4th, April the 5th, the beta test stopped. So we are now moving into the main demand.
Okay.
So between April 5th and today, nobody's doing any trading because they are moving everything to the main platform.
Okay. Okay. Can it be accessible with a mobile phone instead of the laptop?
Yes. Yes. You can get it on the phone.
Okay, please. Is there any other company that is offering this the same Boomerang system, or is this the Bitcoin code is the first people who started this Boomerang system?
I believe so. I believe that we are all Satoshi is the first one that came up with this Boomerang, not arbitrage per se, but Boomerang, yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. You will when they start properly, when are they launching it so that we'll be able to know when to engage in and try to get our money ready?
Well, all I can say is get your money ready. By this time next week, I think we'll be fully live.
Okay.
Okay.
That means
Again,
before then, you need to
let me-
send us videos so that we'll be able to know how it works and how to register and the rest of things before that.
Okay, that's no problem. But let me just mention this, that the way into Boomerang is through WAS. So Rose will be sending out her links to you to register into WAS.
Okay.
From WAS, you now go and you buy the Boomerang. And just to add here also, for each license that you buy, the company is going to give you a $50 miner. Free.
I give you what?
A $50 miner to start mining BTCCs for you.
That's interesting.
Yes. So you can go ahead and register. You don't even have to buy a miner. Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't have to buy a Boomerang now. Just go ahead and register. When you are ready, you just buy the miner, and hopefully, in your own case, you don't have to wait a couple of days for your license to be whitelisted. It will be whitelisted in a few minutes. So you can buy the Boomerang now at this hour. In the next 10, 20 minutes, you can start trading. But some of us, we waited for 2-3 weeks for our addresses, to be whitelisted.
Okay. Is the WAS, is it a wallet?
What?
The WAS.
No, WAS is the name of the company. We are all Satoshi.
Okay, we are all Satoshi.
All Satoshi,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, what's the WAS? Okay, we
Yes.
are all Satoshi.
We are all
Okay.
Satoshi.
Okay, understand.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. My question has been answered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Michael. I hope you are satisfied. So we have seen it, and we have seen the reason why I decided to give it a try. Okay, but I want to say something. Like Sir Paul said, it is not our platform, so we cannot give you 100% guarantee. But I also want to say that to a large extent, when we trade, we also lose money in trade. You know, in fact, I have 2 running trades right now that I'm trapped, although in sport, that I'm trapped because it went deeper than where I bought. I'm waiting for it to come, and it might take some days. If I'm impatient and I sell, that is when I lose money. And as we're talking right now, I'm in a leverage trading, BTC right now, though it's doing well. But what I'm trying to say is that trading is something that, crypto trading is something that we know is risky. So what I'm saying, every business is risky. But I want to say that your first major risk, or your major risk rather, is the first license you're buying. That $500 is your risk. Once you are able to draw down $500 from the 1,500, you are good to go. You know your capital is back. The next money you're going to use on that platform is what you will make from the platform. And they know you can make such money. That is why they have to put a profit ceiling so that you don't use the license forever. Okay? So the risk you are going to take is your $500. If you can risk your $500 and you can sit within the next few hours, you will get the $500 back from your trade. And then you make money, you do that. If you want, you repeat the license. After a while, you can choose to upgrade the license so you can earn more money. That gives you more money. For those of you who saw my ad, I talked about making $2,000 every month. My simple analogy is just to say, no matter how lazy you are, no matter how busy you are, you can draw down 1,500 in 2 weeks. You save $1,000, you use the 500 to buy again, you do another 1,500 within 2 weeks, that gives you $2,000. That is to say, worst case scenario, you are a very busy person, you don't have time to trade. But if you have time to trade, you can make $4,000 in a month if you can do it weekly. Let's not even talk about maybe 2 days or 3 days. Let's just say you are trying to draw it down every week. So that means every week you can save $1,000. Every week you can save $1,000. After 4 weeks, you can confidently upgrade to $1,000 license instead of repeating $500 license. And you can run the same process for 4 weeks and take it again and upgrade to $3,000 license. The highest license is $10,000. And for me, so long as the platform remains and is sustainable, which we're praying, $10,000 is my target. But I don't intend to bring more than the $500 that I'm going to start with. So if you have $10,000 license and you're making $30,000 license profit rather from it, I mean, you are made. You are really made. Okay. So it depends on what you want. If you're ready to take the risk with $500 to build this thing, we are together. If you're ready to do this, we are together. I'm going to guide you through. I'm going to put you through the process. And like I said, I'm not doing this because there's anything I'm going to gain from your profit. Remember, your profit is going directly to your MetaMask wallet. The only thing that is here, the kickback, the commission, the referral commission, they call it kickbacks. So the only kickback is 5%. Is it because of 5% I'll have to come and stay on Zoom and talk? No. We have all gotten our fingers burnt. A lot of you have done things with me that somehow the platform didn't sustain, wasn't sustainable. So I saw something that I felt like is going to help us maybe recoup. And I'm praying that this platform should be able to help us recoup. So if that's the case, why not share it? Because I don't have any commission from your profit. I don't have anything apart from when you buy a license and I get just 5%. I know other companies can give 40%, 30% and all that. They just give 5% kickbacks. So I will not, because of 5%, like give myself all the stress, want to come on live trades with you, want to do all these things. No, I'm not profiting nothing from you. Okay. So I only want you to make money. I saw an opportunity and I'm sharing it. So if you find this opportunity as interesting as I do, then get your money ready. The moment it's smoothly running, then you can just, buy your license. But like Sapo said, I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share the links to you individually. I don't want to just drop it in the group and everybody is taking one particular, it's left and right. It's a binary stuff. So I'm going to send it to you individually so that you can register with the particular link that I'm giving to you. So I know who is on the left and who is on the right. And that will also bring me to say this. I want to say that if you intend to build, personally, I said I'm not pressuring myself to want to build, but the system is set in such a way that you just have to try to lay a good foundation for yourself in case when you start making profit and someone asks you that, oh, what is this thing that is giving you this amount of money or this kind of money? You tell them this is the business, because you would definitely tell someone, whether you want to tell them or not. By the time you start doing better, maybe you didn't have a car, you buy a car, for instance. I mean, by the time you change your lifestyle, people are definitely going to want to know why and how what happened. So you share your story. So by the time you're sharing your story, that person might be interested and want to join. So if the person is coming to join and you have not prepared your foundation properly, you may not make money like you should. So once you get registered, it is advisable, if you can, you should buy a miner of at least $50 and get, like for me, I've registered my boys on my left and on my right. So they are my first referral. So each of them has $50 miners each. Because when you just sign up, you're a basic member. And for you to be able to enjoy your first referral commission from the people that you will sign up under you, you need to be a premium member. And what qualifies you to be a premium member is either when you sign up 2 people that can buy $50 miners each minimum, or that can buy the Boomerang license of $500 each. So that makes you a premium member. So you begin to enjoy the commission that comes from the people that you're signing up. But if you get on board now and you do not position yourself like the two people getting $50 miners, and you sign up your first two people to buy the Boomerang license, I'm your upline, I'm going to get your commission. You're not going to get it because I'm a premium member. It's going to come to me. It's when you sign up the third, the fourth, the fifth, and others that you begin to get the commission because you just became a premium member by signing those two people. So what I advise is that you sign up with WAD. You can sign up your family members under you directly on your left and on your right and just buy $50 miners for each of them. So automatically qualifies you to become a premium member. So anytime anybody comes to you and say, oh, guy, what's happening now? Everything about you changed and what, you tell them I'm making money from Boomerang and they want to join. By the time they sign up to join, you get their commission directly, it comes to you. So as much as you may not want to plan to build, just set up this foundation so it's there. You now know that anytime anybody comes to you, you're going to keep getting the commission as it comes. So that said, I don't have much to say. If we have further questions with what I've just said, you can ask. If not, we'll draw the curtain. So I'll pause for now.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
ma'am.
may I please ask, oh, sorry about that. May I please ask, the arbitrage, as you trade, are you able, because I understand that arbitrage is to buy low somewhere on one platform and sell on another platform, but at least here you can actually just do everything on this platform because it does the work for you. But are you able to go and check what is happening on this dashboard? Are you able to go and check independently on other platforms? Like for instance, if you buy your USDT on if it says USDT is cheaper in Binance, I'm making an example, and then you sell in OKX, are you able to go and compare what you see on Boomerang to literal exchanges?
Okay.
So, Paul, do you want to answer that? Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay, and that's where the artificial intelligence comes into play. Because you, with your common sense, you cannot flip from one network to another to notice the difference. It's impossible. That's why it only takes seconds. Once you've chosen the pair, AI goes into work and looks around. We are going to be using Polygon network, Ethereum network, and some other networks. And the AI will go into all these networks and picks out where USDT is trading high and where it's trading low, and does that for you in minutes. The human mind cannot do it. So yes, you can do it if you want to, but you will not achieve anything. That's where the AI comes into play.
Okay, so basically for confidence purposes, there's no way that one can show a person that this is something that's legitimate.
Let me explain. Let me add to that.
Okay.
Now, it is impossible. Before now, it used to be possible to buy from one exchange and sell on another exchange. But in recent times, Binance actually owns a lot of, a larger share of.
Okay, while it's still loading, I was listening to you, madam, about the building of two people and all that. It's a good strategy, but not too favorable. I think for a person who needs to build, they must build organically, so for the purpose of their referrals. Because I'm making an example. If I am signing up and I bring my daughter on my left and my son on my right, and there is Madame Rosie who wants to join, I put her under one of the two, and you find that one of the two might not be willing to build. So you find that my Madame Rosia is going to be stuck on the leg of, on my child's leg, who's not willing to work, and they might not grow and all that. So how about one just does it organically, like saying, okay, I want to build, so let me rather bring two people who I know that on the left and on the right, they're going to work, because somehow if we bring family members, there are people who are not going to be happy. just saying.
Okay, I'm going to answer that, but let me finish with your first question. All right, so now you can see the swap there on the right. Swap, good. Now you're seeing this swap here because this platform operates with a decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchanges are those wallets that you have, like, the platforms that are not the exchanges where you do your, like Bybit or Binance. They are centralized exchanges. But if you go on your Trust wallet, on your MetaMask and all that, so you can swap there. You can see that you have the option of swap. So when you want to sell a particular currency, for another, you use the option of maybe swap, and then it takes you to where you are going to do all the transactions and all that, and then you swap from the one currency to the one that you want. Okay, so it is swapping this thing because it's within split seconds. So the bot is the one that is checking and swapping and giving you, taking the profit. So if the bot knows that, for instance, link is XYZ on this place, it's $2 here, and then is $2.50 on the other one. Is the bot that can quickly do that and swap it. You can't do it now because you won't meet up the time. You're going to be losing your money. So if you want to take someone to go and show them that, oh, look at the price of link on Bybit, and look at the price of link on OKX. This one is more than this, and that's what the bot is doing. It won't work. You can't explain that to somebody. You can only let them know that this thing is swapped within seconds. Now, if you come on the Bybit exchange, the Bybit app itself, you can do arbitrage. By the time you convert, if you know DAI, DAI, that is a stable coin, just like USDT, just like USDC. They are all stable coin and is $1 to $1. So when you get on the Bybit exchange, sometimes you want to buy BTC with DAI, is cheaper, slightly cheaper than when you are buying with USDT. Or you want to buy with USDC, is slightly cheaper. So when you go into the market, you look at it, you have some money, you buy the BTC using DAI. You convert your USDT to DAI, and then you buy BTC using DAI, and quickly within that few minutes or so, you just go to your trading, your spot, and then you trade it back to USDT, and you make some little dollars. Okay, like with $1,000, I make as little as $2, $3 sometimes. The highest I've made is $4. But it depends how many times I can do that in a day, that I'm going to now accumulate the money. That is happening on Bybit platform. If it was a bot having that opportunity to do it for me on that Bybit platform, it will definitely make more money, because the time I'm using to convert to DAI, to come back to USDT, to go again and go and purchase and all that, the bot would have executed a lot of trades for me. So that is what this Boomerang bot does for you. So you cannot begin to look at what is happening here and go and compare it with centralized exchanges, because you will not be able to meet up with the time difference to say you want to explain to anybody to prove that it is legitimate or not. So I don't know if I answered that question, so I can answer the next one you asked.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I think what I really wanted, it is not necessarily to go and check and all that. It is just to show a person who might be asking that, how sure am I that this is legitimate? Because it's one concern now, if one is going to build. So I wanted to check that do I have to completely make people aware that it's at your own risk? I do not know. Or maybe there's something, even if it can just be a spark, just to show that, oh no, because I don't want to gamble. I must say, I'm in that state where I don't want to gamble anymore, So hence I'm saying, if there's something to show, a small thing, it would really help for confidence purposes. Okay. So we can sleep well.
Okay, so I want to answer you.
Yeah, let me say, if you have that issue, my advice is that in the next couple of days, we are going to go live. Maybe we can have this meeting again next week, and I will show you my own results. I mean, that's the best way, that's the best proof. So it's just a matter of looking at the actual trading, looking at the actual results, and looking at records. Because here, if you click here, whenever you get your site, under your profile, it will tell you the total trades you have made, profit gained, the amount you have borrowed, okay? And all these things will be tabulated here. So from here, you can show. But until then, hopefully by this time next week, I'll have something that I can show.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you. I'm asking all these questions because I believe so much in this lady here, who the host herself. I know that she does not just do things, you know, she has learned much. She doesn't just do things without thorough research and all that. So I'm asking, understanding that she understands where I'm standing. Thank you so much, Brother Paul.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah, you know, I understand more than any other person, so I know why you're asking the questions. And also, I think I'm going to give time and go to the market and check for one or two things. Maybe if I could record a video, I will. If not, if I can bring you live, I will show you some things so that to allay your fears in terms of proving to someone if this is truly an arbitrage or it's just another ROI platform that they just designed something for us and deceiving us that the bot is trading when the bot is not trading. I get what you're saying. But like I said, your concern should be the fact that your major risk is your $500, because if the bot is not trading and they are giving you $1,500 and you're going to take from the 1,500 that you have made to buy another license, what do you have to lose? Or are they just going to cripple everybody the moment they come in, or they are waiting for the people that will come in, the mass license purchase that will come in after sacrificing some amount of money for some people to test the platform that is working? So I know where you are going. I know what you are talking about. So, but like I said, the major risk, or the major risk actually is your initial license. Okay. So if you want to build, of course, that's what it is. So, but now I'm going to say, let me answer the other question. So now, if you want to build, why I said, you understand how the binary system works, and that is why you are talking, you're a networker. But I also want you to understand that I don't necessarily have to build my children's account. I only just want to qualify to become a premium member and build my own account. I don't care whether they are building or they are not building. The important thing is they are going to have their capital to trade and make their money. If they want to build, they should bring their friends on board and build. They don't want to build, they should make their money and live their life. My concern is to make my money, so I'm going to be building. So I just want to use them to qualify myself as a premium member. So I have you on my left, I have Michael on my right, for instance, and you are building. I'm good to go, I'm okay. I don't care if those other first two legs are not working, but they're making their money and I'm satisfied. But they're the first people that have qualified me to become a premium member, so I can enjoy my initial kickbacks that come to me, not losing it to support. So I wouldn't want you to lose your kickbacks to me. Imagine I sign up 50 of you, for instance, and you just come on. But I mean, I'm going to enjoy the kickback. 5%, that's 10% from you, 5% from each side of the people that you register. So the first two licenses that you will sell, I will get the commission. You won't get it. That's what I'm saying. So when I get the commission, the third person, the fourth, the fifth, you start getting the commission. That's how it works. Because the moment you register to one on your left and one on your right, and they buy either a minor or they buy a Boomerang license, you automatically qualify to become a premium subscriber. So I'm saying, instead of waiting to become a premium subscriber by bringing people that I will collect your kickbacks, why not just put your family members, put their names there, and put an extra $100. So the first kickback that you have is going to be like $50. That's $25 per person. It's going to bring half that money. Okay, then you know that from there, anybody you're registering, you keep getting it. But if you do not want, it's still okay. Like I said, I decided to share it so you don't find out in the future that I took your kickback. So you come and tell me, oh, I've registered 2 people, I didn't see my 5%. Oh, then I'll tell you, it came to me because I'm a premium member, you're a basic member. And you say, oh, you didn't tell us. That is why I'm sharing it. So it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory. Just let me enjoy your $50 that will come from the first 2 signups you have. Then you begin to enjoy from the 3rd sign up and the 4th and the 5th, and all that. So we will talk more about the affiliates and the commission and how much you make per sales. how much that is going to be when we get started for people who want to build. We're not yet to talk about, all that for now. How much sales you have to become certain level of what you earn and all that. That's not why we're here. We're only here to prove to you that there's a platform like this that could help us, make money. All right. By the time we start, we have a smooth sailing. We can begin to talk about other benefits for those who may want to build. So I don't know if that answers your question.
No, I'm set. Thank you so much. I'm satisfied.
Okay. Okay, so if we don't have any other question, I want to say a very big thank you to Sir Paul, my upline, for making our time to come here to explain to us. Thank you all for joining the call. You made this possible. Without you, we could have been talking to ourselves. Now, at least we have an audience, and we appreciate you. And we'll continue the conversation in the group. I'm going to leave it open. If you have further questions, you ask. And I'm going to drop videos that will help you, give you more information about the business. So we'll call it a night. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you all.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma.
Bye. Yeah.